a policy of inclusion and services for learners with disability in support of Inclusive Education Act. And admittedly, this bill is one of the most um, comprehensive, as well as um, it underwent a lot of different processes to reach this point. Um, we conducted 2 public hearings, 10 technical working groups. On top of the 10 technical working groups, we had 10 pre-BICAM sessions to reconcile the House and the Senate version. We had 2 bicameral conference meetings to, again, reconcile the 2 versions. And after reconciling it, we had 3 post-BICAM. In post-BICAM is actually unique. But since after the BICAM, we still had some issues to attend to, the team conducted 3 post-BICAM sessions. And all of this happened between January 23 of 2020 to December 1 of 2021. No? Almost 2 years because of the pandemic. And I remember we had to conduct all of these activities online, obviously because of the pandemic, and the offices were closed. But despite that, the stakeholders, this representation, and the other government agencies such as DepEd deemed this one of the most important bills that we have to push. And despite the challenges of the pandemic, we went through and enacted the law on March 11, 2022. And the law is very simple in nature. The law provides special services and special support services to learners with disabilities so that they can receive the best education possible. And this inclusive education law is a landmark law. It puts the Philippines on the same plane with other advanced nations, especially with the different conventions that we have signed on persons with disabilities. And this law, like I said, it underwent a lot of processes, and a lot of stakeholders were invited to share their knowledge and their wisdom in crafting this law. So now that we have the law in place, signed on March 11, 2022, we want to hear from our stakeholders, particularly the Department of Education, where we are in terms of implementing our inclusive education law. Again, this is for the benefit of our learners with disabilities, and our learners with disabilities should be given and accorded with the same quality education like everyone else. And we also have to recognize that our learners with disabilities need additional support, additional special support in order for them to keep up with their educational needs, and hopefully after graduation to keep up with their goals in life. So we invited the different government agencies who are responsible to implement this law to its fullest. We know that there are challenges, both budgetary challenges, both coordination challenges. We also have challenges in terms of implementing the details of the law. So we want to discuss that today. We want to hear from from our government agencies what are the challenges that they are facing, and what are the and how the Senate can help them overcome these challenges so we can fully implement the law. So with that, we will start off with, we requested the Department of Education to present the status of the law, and then later on we will request everyone to participate and to share with us their insights and their opinion on the implementation of the law. Right? So we recognize ASEC Torio.
Senator Win Gatchalian. Let me also extend my greetings to all, led by our Secretary. Secretary Sani Angara is very pleased to be part of this committee hearing. As mentioned earlier by His Honor Chair Win, DepEd actively participated during the deliberations of this law. And we are very happy that the law was finally passed or enacted after the several endeavors, no, participated in not only by DepEd but by all stakeholders. We have prepared the report on how DepEd had implemented the law, and we are very pleased to share with everyone the progress of the implementation of the law. But just like other programs, we had encountered challenges. So we are not only sharing here with you the accomplishments that DepEd had done after the enactment of the law, but just the same, we would like also to mention some of the challenges. For after all, as expressly mentioned in the law, the implementation of this law requires the whole of nation approach. As mentioned, I am joined by my colleagues. Let me mention that BLD, or Bureau of Learning Development, led here by Director Lay. The Bureau is composed of two divisions, and one division is the Student Inclusion Division, which closely supervises the implementation of our inclusion programs, which include yung special needs education. And I am also joined here by our OIC Director, who is in charge of the Bureau of Curriculum Development. As you may know, one of the provisions, as stated in the law, is the provision of modification, which include the accommodation, which include the availability of transition curriculum for our SNED learners. So with that, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I'm very pleased to please allow Direct Lay to deliver or share with everyone the report of DepEd. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Director Ariola.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and everyone present. So I'd like to start our presentation with the requested data sets for special needs education. Next slide, please. So I'd like to provide you the data on the number of municipalities and cities with SPED centers per region. As we know, we have 431 SPED centers all over the country, and these SPED centers are located in 365 municipalities all over the country. So on screen are the specific number of municipalities per region. So all in all, we have 365 municipalities with SPED centers. Next slide, please. As to the number of schools offering SNED programs per municipality, we have a total of 22,235 SNED schools all over the country. And on screen is the breakdown of SNED schools by region, totaling to 22,235. For the data on the number of inclusive learning resource centers established in each city and municipality,